guys, Russell here. Today we'll be installing an aftermarket winch, which from KFI, and mounting bracket from KFI as well. So the reason I'm going with KFI instead of the original Honda accessories is because these are the things that you need and their prices according to Honda to go with all Honda accessories. Switch plate with voltmeters $299.95. Winch mount kit $270.95. Winch itself 3,500 pound winch $510.95. Front bumper, according to Honda, you can't use the bumper that came with yours. You have to order their accessory bumper, which is $395.95. So the total to go with all Honda accessories is $1,477.80 plus tax. So the KFI winch I ordered today is a AS-50 5,000 pound KFI winch for $399 delivered to my house, and I'm going with a winch mounting bracket from KFI as well, which is $90. So you can see that's a huge difference in price. Okay, today we will be installing the KFI mount winch, KFI winch. And step one, if you have a windshield like I do, you'll have to remove it. In order to get the windshield out, I just had to take the two front roof bolts out to get to this, to the windshield bolts. Of course, take off the hood, and then the next step is going to be to remove this. So you have a bunch of 10mm bolts and 5mm Allens. Also, you'll remove the heat shield right there, and that will be the first step. Okay, the next step of this is taking off the front bumper. In order to do so, you're going to have two 5mm Allens you have to remove, two 12mm bolts there, and one 12mm bolt here, and then you can take your front bumper off. Here's the mounting bracket loosely installed. So the first piece that I put in is right here, and this just kind of goes in, and you have an M8 bullet here, which this hole was not being used before. And then you'll have to leave it loose because right here is going to mount up to there. So I'm leaving it fairly loose. So for this first piece right here, you have a bolt there, and then I just have one sitting in here so it doesn't fall back out. Okay. The next piece that goes in is going to be this piece, okay? And I can't do it and hold the phone, but right here, that'll slide underneath there, and you'll put the bolt in to hold that together. So in this package, you'll have 8 larger M8 bolts and 2 smaller bolts. So the 2 smaller bolts will go here. Okay, and that's, so you have 4 down there joining that together. So that's what it kind of looks like loosely put together. And we'll proceed putting the rest together. All right, the next step is installing the winch. So I have 4 bolts with washers there. The clutch goes out to the passenger side. So here's everything loosely installed. Just one correction, these are the bolts that go through right here and through the side bracket with this lock nut on the bottom. But this is what it looks like loosely installed. Got the winch on there, and just getting ready to put it back onto the Talon. Okay, I have it into place. I left everything loose to this point because this bracket has to go over the outside of this bracket, and then the bumper frame is inside of this. So at this point, I'll tighten everything back up got it into place. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, we have everything tightened up here on the front side. Blue wire, yellow wire, positive, negative hooked up. Just gonna run it right up there. I haven't quite zip tied it yet. Run it up through here. Have everything mounted. Okay, one good thing about the Honda Talon, you'll see this red wire was already pre-ran. It was just wrapped with some blue tape to the ground wire that is already pre-ran as well. So that's very, very, very nice having that already done. So once you have everything hooked up, of course this goes into your switch, and I'll zip tie everything up and put everything away nicely. Then you'll just have to go back here to the battery, pop off the cover, and you'll find in the back, pull this out. In the back here, let's see, hopefully you can see, there is the other end of that pre-wired winch wire with the blue tape on the end. So it's just in the back. You just have to pull this out, and then I'm going to hook it up right here. Okay, we got the KFI AS-50 5,000 pound winch installed. Okay, got everything zip tied up. Going back through. Everything kind of tidied up there. And then it fits perfectly on the accessory plate. So we'll just turn that on. As you can see, it kind of lights up blue when the power's on. And that's the finished product in the Honda Talon. Okay, now the winch is working perfectly, no problems. And then I'll just start by putting this red piece of plastic back in here. Put the hood back on, put the windshield back on, and then tighten down the roof again. And that will be everything for your winch installation. Pretty easy process. It's very helpful that Honda ran the cables already from the battery up to the area right here where you want to hook everything up.